Hello and welcome to the Autograzers podcast. In Autograzers, three car guys use their extensive automotive knowledge, gleaned over years of pining after £500 sheds on the internet, to try and convince our resident non-expert that they have chosen the best vehicle for the exacting standards that he's given them. We run into some technical difficulties in this episode, mostly due to our Autograzers being different levels of Luddite, but we hope that you understand and will come back as we make steady improvements to the format. Without further ado, I'll let Tommy take it away.
Hello and welcome to Autograzers, a podcast where three so-called car experts compete to find me the best car for the task I set. Unfortunately for them, I know sod all about cars. On the show today, we'll be getting away with daylight robbery while we leave our getaway driver holding the bag. Today, with me, we have Duncan.
Hello, I'm Duncan. This week I went over 120,000 miles on my Vauxhall Vectra.
We also have George.
Hello, I'm George. This week, I actually drove my car.
Ooh.
Not to be disregarded, given the current situation.
That's astonishing. And also with us, we have John.
Hello, I'm John. I spent this week CADing up a gauge pod for a friend of mine.
Can I ask what a gauge pod is?
It's a pod that holds gauges.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I will save my questions to the end in terms of what a gauge
Bam!
is. And
They
I
can
am
provide
Tom.
many useful information.
Many useful informations, such as the fact that my name is Tom and I know absolutely zero about cars. This week, I defrosted my windscreen, and that was the most technical thing I did with my car.
For clarification, was that prior to driving it or just for fun?
That was while I was driving it, because I really couldn't see anything.
You know what, Tommy? I was about to congratulate you for, going through the effort defrosting your windscreen before you set off, but no.
Nope.
You're one of them.
Time is precious, baby.
I got places to be!
Places to be, things to see, cars to crash into. So basically, you probably guessed by the intro that when I say we're getting away with daylight robbery and we have a getaway driver, I have gathered you all here today, not to do a podcast, but to plan a heist with me. I would like to know what you are experts in, whether it's, dynamite or something. Duncan, you go first. What are you an expert in with regards to heists or robberies?
I work in IT, so I suppose maybe I could be like the hacker guy who sits there and smashes on the keyboard constantly.
Can I make the noises?
Yeah,
I'm in.
Those noises, yeah. Or maybe I wear a Nintendo Power Glove and use that to hack the Matrix or something.
I like that. That's very, very good, very retro. George, what are you an expert in?
Pre-1970s cars.
Okay.
I reckon I've one of those started in about 30 seconds if it's unlocked. They give me a little bit longer if the doors are locked.
Very good, very useful. Absolutely. John, what are you an expert in?
Holding bags.
Holding the bags, yep. We need that. There's a lot of that in this line of work, in this life of crime.
That's the reason we call him the bag man.
Yep. And that's why he's not allowed back into Tesco's. I'll be... okay, so nobody said Master of Disguise, so that'll be me. I'll disguise myself as a security guard, sneak in, steal all the goods. Basically, for our bank heist, you have all joined me. We will we'll plan it in cool Ocean's 11 styliness. And I do need, though, a getaway car, because after we rob the bank or casino and steal the gold bullions or Fabergé egg, we need to go somewhere. So I need you guys to find me a getaway car. It needs to be fast, obviously. It can either be, and I'll leave it to your discretion, flashy or inconspicuous. So either go with incognito, tinted windows, or if you want to make it really, really flashy so that we can be super cool while we do our cool heist, that'd be great. What else? I can only really afford £1,000. After we rob the bank, we'll have more. So £1,000 limit. and probably a big boot for all those gold bullions. So that's your task. It needs to be fast, flashy, or inconspicuous. £1,000 limit, and a big boot for a car. You have 10 minutes. Although if you find it straight away, then just tell me. That'd be great. So, George, what are you going to go for? Are you going to go for flashy or inconspicuous, do you think?
I'm going for a bit inconspicuous, but I think I'm going to try and take some inspiration from the silver screen.
Yeah, good.
Do we get points?
Any movie in particular? Or is that giving
At
it
the
away?
moment, I give it away a bit, but at the moment, Ronin is at the front of my mind.
Okay.
Which Duncan clearly knows what I mean there. He probably knows where I'm going with this as well. But of course, there are many other fine series like the excellent Transporter series, highly lifelike.
Oh yeah, no, that is a very realistic. I'm sure it's based on a true story.
I reckon though, if you're going to do it seriously, what you really want is something so dull that no one will look twice. So if we're just postulating here, a car so boring they wouldn't even look at it.
I love that. It reminds me. Did you ever watch that Doctor Who episode where, like, when Billie Piper puts on like a necklace and your gaze kind of like wanders off of her? Like, did you ever see that? Or is that too niche a reference? Yeah, Duncan just admitted that he's just as nerdy as me. Yeah, no. So I like that. I like it so dull that people won't even look at it. It will deflect attention. John, what are you going for? Flashy or inconspicuous?
Inconspicuously flashy.
Okay, all right. What, inconspicuous / flashy? How's that work?
Well, it'll be flashy if you know it, but if you don't, you probably wouldn't give two monkeys.
I like that because
that's the plan.
Yeah, understated flashiness. I like it. Duncan, where's your mind going in terms of this bank heist?
Well, I've narrowed it down to 2 cars, I think.
Okay.
Possibly 3, but I'm thinking 2. So you want something that people wouldn't look twice at on the road. Something that kind of just fades into the background, but something that has a little bit of a turn of speed about it. Now, especially in the sub £1,000 mark, there's some very interesting cars that you can get that have all those qualities. And I think I've got one. I think I've got one.
Brilliant. Did you want to go first, or do you want another minute to just look over your options?
I've got to choose between the 2. No, I've picked my car.
I imagine while you guys are picking this, I've got some really cool like music in the background, like they do when they plan heists, like, you know, the old planning heist music. Like, here's the plan, and then you see us doing the plan, even though the plan is just picking a car before the heist.
But whenever they have a heist in the films, they're always doing the heist while they're doing the plan of the heist. Does that?
Yeah.
Because they cut between.
Which I wouldn't recommend. I think you should plan it before you do the heist.
I do think, like, you get into the vault and then going, right, and then someone's going to drop from the ceiling, and then someone goes, well, have you booked someone to do that? And, oh no, I thought we just do that when we got here, because that's how it works in films. It's just not.
We're actually standing on the pressure pads at the moment. The alarm's going to go off now.
And the police arrive, and I've paid them. Oh wait, I haven't paid them off, have I? I need to do that.
I forgot my wallet to pay them off. So, okay, so has anyone chosen their choice? Chosen their choice, that's a bit redundant to say, but there you go. So, Duncan, did you want to go first?
I can do, if the other boys are not quite there yet.
Well, Sodom, go for it.
Go for it, Duncan. I'm down to a choice of 2. So.
All right, okay. So, Tommy, for our bank heist, I would like to show you possibly the best car for a bank heist that you could possibly get. It's a Ford Mondeo.
Right.
So it's an estate Ford Mondeo.
I better start looking again. Thanks, Duncan.
I'll tell you what. No, John. I'll tell you what. I had a backup. I had a backup, so I'll go for the backup instead. How about that? Because I'm feeling nice.
No, it's fine.
No,
It's okay because you can both choose the same car, but I will go off of who is more convincing. Like if Duncan says I chose it because of X, Y, and Z, and then John, you say I chose it because of X, Y, and Z, then I'll be like, well, I prefer Duncan's
No,
reasoning.
honestly, I think I'm just going to switch my car. John, you have
Okay.
that one. You can have that one for free, all right, mate?
Ooh. John,
I'd rather
he's
have for 995.
So,
he's playing mind games with you, John.
completely ignore what I just said. I present to you the Saab 9-3 from 2003. The most important thing to know about this car is it is a Vectra B in Swedish clothes. Okay? Which immediately makes it the
How's
best.
that selling it?
Shut up, George. It immediately makes it the best car that you could ever buy, ever. So it's less than £1,000. You've got £11 spare change, so you can put like 2 litres of petrol in it. It's a 2-litre turbo. So your 0 to 60 is a nice, tidy 7.5 seconds. You've got plenty of room for all your lads and your bags of your swag to chuck in. The aeros are particularly hot when it comes to Saabs. Nobody would look at this car twice on the road. You just see it as a black Saab that's driving past. The most important thing, however, in a bank heist is to make sure that your getaway driver is fully stocked with coffee and that his coffee doesn't spill everywhere. To which the Saab has an immense advantage because the fold-out cup holders on Saabs are fantastic. This thing like folds back on itself as you push it out and then comes back out. It's amazing. So it's comfy, boring, so people won't look at it twice. And it's quick. That's all you need for a bank heist, frankly.
I quite like that you considered all angles, including the sturdy cup holder. So
Yeah.
I will give you points there, sir. I like the color. Again, you're right. It looks solid. It looks like if I was in a exciting police chase and somebody like reared into me, it could take it. The only thing I'd mention about this one is that the little like logo on the front is like bright blue and red.
That's the Saab
And
logo.
all I'm thinking of is that if you spin out of there and there's a witness, they might say, "Oh, well, I don't remember anything about the car except it had a blue and red sticker on the front."
Okay.
I don't think it's a sticker.
All right, fine.
But
In which case, you can use some of those spare £11 that I've given you to buy a screwdriver and prise it off.
Mhm. Good. Okay. Good solution. Right. You're thinking smarter. I like that. Okay. Well, I quite like that one. I think it was a strong choice. Is anyone, George or John, are you ready to go next?
I can do.
Go for it, George.
Right, screen coming away. So let's get some bigger pictures. Whoa. Now, I've gone for a slightly different search. I know exactly what the other two did for their Auto Trader search, because that's where I started. They selected £0 to £1,000 and then arranged by what was the fastest accelerating. At the top was Duncan's first choice. The next car down was Duncan's second choice. So I thought I'd go a little bit off. As I mentioned earlier, I've drawn my inspiration here from Ronin, which is perhaps not the best film ever made, but I think it has got one of the best car chases ever made. This fantastically moody, reasonably realistic, mad dash across the streets of Paris. In fact, they all used right-hand drive ones, so that the cast could sit and pretend to drive with the real driver next to them and it not look too weird. How they did that and keeping their supper down, I have no idea. Anyway, sorry, I digress. What we have here is...
Sorry, that just reminded me of The Simpsons, where like Marge and Maggie are driving
yes, exactly.
the same. Sorry, carry on, George. Sell me your getaway car.
So I couldn't quite find the correct type of 5 Series, which is an old one. So the closest I could find is this. I think it's an E39 5 Series, but it's close. It's close enough. It might be a diesel, but we're overlooked now. 2.5 litres. It might have had some performance once. But if you look close, Tommy, look at all the buttons on the steering wheel. All of the buttons. And if you have that many buttons on the steering wheel, it must be good. But back in the day, these were reckoned to be good to drive. So it was nice and manual. It's again a pretty inconspicuous old 5 Series. Rear-wheel drive, so you can pull the big skids, which look very good on camera and allegedly impress all the ladies. Whether you can do it after 229,000 miles, I don't know.
I mean, it's had some wear, but
I'd be willing to
you know, has some character.
It has some character. You slot for your mobile phone. As for really redeeming features, I think once you've escaped and you settle down to a nice motorway cruise, you're clearly the robber on a bit of a budget, and fuel economy is going to matter. Having owned a Saab, like Duncan demonstrated, the tank is going to run dry, and the force is going to catch you up. In this thing, you can probably get well the wrong side of Geneva before you need to put diesel in it.
George, can I ask what the 0 to 60 speed is on this one?
Can. Now, whether I can answer is perhaps
I can answer, George.
another question.
I can answer, George, being the font of BMW.
If someone has faster internet than me,
well, no, George, it's an E39. It's
cool,
it's a 525 E39, isn't it? So it's 8.9 seconds.
fast.
Wow. So okay,
impressed.
so 8.5 seconds.
Or
I'm impressed that you knew that off the top of your head. Although Duncan could be lying so that he wins one over you.
It's a lover, not a fighter. There are some times when speed is not everything.
I like that it's 2.5 litres.
and
It's
in this
really got a bit more power.
I'm going to take that soundbite, George, and replay it to you at some point in the future.
In this case, I'm going to champion the cause for endurance.
I'm sorry, but can I just point out a problem with this car?
Go right ahead.
It says, sorry, now sold.
Ooh, well, I mean, we can steal it.
Oh, that's a good
That's what
point,
we're all
actually.
about.
That's actually a good
It's a
point.
bank heist. You weren't intending to pay for your cars, were you?
Well, why don't you give us a budget then?
Why
if we
have we
weren't
gone for a
spending-
budget?
Well, I was going to embezzle
Remember-
that money anyway.
I mean, if we're going to get done by...
We're no longer part of the European Union.
Basically, I was going to give the £1,000
can't
to the
practice
salesman
all.
and then rob it back off them.
Oh, George, I'm just...
You were going to rob the salesman for a minute.
Yeah, give them the £1,000 and then rob it off them.
Oh,
No, I meant isn't steal the salesman, just like bundle them in the car.
yeah.
Drive off.
Stick him in the boot.
I'm witching accomplice.
I mean, the radio's busted, so they need to sing to me. They've got a purpose, so that'll be fine.
It does have a tow hitch, George, as well.
It also has
Allegedly,
all the
it's also been
buttons.
sanitized.
I mean, it would need to be looking at the condition of
I'm
it.
looking at the pictures of this interior and
Okay.
I'm not seeing sanitized.
No.
Right, I like that car. I like all the buttons. I don't like that it's not as fast. But time is pressing on, and we have a bank to heist. So, John, can I please hear from you?
You may. So, surprise, surprise, as Duncan already ruined the reveal, I've gone with a Ford Mondeo.
Right.
Thankfully, it's a ST, so it's moderately sporty. You've got lots of seating, nice big boot. A couple of my favourite highlights, just so that when you're on the run, people know to get out of your way, he says, if his laptop would do anything. There is a Batman logo in place of the Ford badge,
Ooh,
which will
that's
only
good.
make everyone think that you're actually assisting the police instead of trying to run away from them.
They'll think you're Batman, so they'll leave you well enough alone.
It's
I
blue,
like it.
it's sporty. My whole laptop's frozen, so I can't do anything.
Right, I'm going to find it now, and I'm just going to share it for everyone.
Oh, there we go. It's got years MOT. There you go. There's that lovely Batman button.
It's got an I think if we're planning a bank heist, the
It's just come in.
MOT's not the best thing. Is it a bit scratched
Bit of
at
a
the
high
back?
mileage. Got nice sporty wheels there. Look, I am Batman.
Oh, okay.
Everyone will be on your side, helping
one will
you
question
towards
it.
your destination. It's got a nice tow hitch there, nice black leather, so that you can blend in with the balaclavas and the heist gear. Nobody will even realise there's anyone.
I mean, I like the branding of Batman because people will think we're the good guy, the good guys. Is there like a ding or two on the outside?
What I've seen, it's just needs a good wash.
Yeah, that'll come straight off, sir. Don't worry about it.
It's lost a couple of washer caps, but I think that's fine other than that.
John,
yeah,
did you say this was kind of sporty or flashy if you know about cars?
Oh, it's the ST version, so it's the high performance Ford version
I'm going to use my brain
of
again
this car.
to tell you what the
220 horsepower.
what the performance stats are. It's 7.7 seconds to 60.
Okay, so only 0.2 seconds slower than yours, Duncan. So okay, but what is the engine size? 3 liters.
3 litre.
Yep.
Must be pretty powerful then. I assume that the more liter engine, the more powerful the car is.
Yeah, wait until you get into the world of tractors, then they
Yeah.
are going to blow your mind.
Right. We'll save that for another day. I do like that this is Batman, which is good. Okay, so I like that choice. I like Batman full stop. It's a little bit dinged up, which again I'm worried that a witness will comment on if we speed past them. So I would say out of the Ford Mondeo, aka the Batmobile, was it Endurance? No, sorry, the E39 5 Series.
Yep.
Which seemed pretty strong and it had all the buttons in the world. I will still have to go with Duncan's Saab 9-3 from 2003.
Victory for the Vectra.
He went for conspicuous. It definitely looked conspicuous, and it looked sturdy. It looked like it could do the job. So, yep, Duncan, you win 27.5 points. Well done. Right, so part of my bank heist plan is we are going to leave, I guess they're called a full guy. So they're going to be left holding the bag so that the cops catch them and we can get away scot-free.
So, John.
I was going to say, I wish I'd hear about that before I
John, you volunteered to be the full guy, so the bag man. So we will literally leave you holding a bag. So it won't be you, John, don't worry. We're going to employ some other sucker. So we are, let's just say a £500 limit on this car. But your challenge is like, I'll give you more points, like in my head, if you spend less than £500. So the person who spends the least amount of money will get an advantage. However, the car must be plausible for the sucker we're going to throw to the wolves, essentially. So they must look at it and go, okay, that looks like a getaway car. So if it can be a bit banged up, can be a bit dinged up, but it needs to be plausible. But the less you spend, the better. And your limit is £500. So you have 10 minutes. You found it already? Wow. Okay, well.
I think I know what you've chosen as well, but I'm going to avoid it.
Let's
it's got a bit in there. I mean,
let's see it, John.
It's got instant. Right, I present to you. He says, I've not managed to see the front of it yet, so there's probably like missing loads of stuff. But if you're after somebody to get busted by the police, this is the car for you.
Wow.
The 1998 Fiat Bravo with a massive spoiler, missing a rear view mirror by the looks of it. Blacked out rear lights.
I like the tinted. That seems plausible. If I was the schmuck that was going to be thrown to the police, I'd be like, oh, tinted windows. That's definitely bank heist-ish.
Small, nippy, but it's also going to get a lot of attention to the police because, well, look at the state of it.
Yeah, it does stand out a little bit with that spoiler.
The fact there's no pictures from the front as well actually made me think this is even better.
So they use gross as apostrophe, which means they know nothing about cars.
Not even one on the front. 5 owners, 75,000 miles. Nobody
Right.
holds on to that for long, do they? I don't know what that is in the background as well, but that wheel arch looks a bit tasty. What have we got?
It does look like it could break down, or it's more likely to break down in the middle of a getaway. So I do like that.
Well, currently, based on this, it's not a running car, so it's already broken down. So that's the best bit. You just get it delivered there, park it, and then when the bagman runs in to get there and try and escape, it won't start, and the cops will be there straight away.
That's great. I love it. We've got the gold. Go, go, go. Oh, wait. Rubbish. Fantastic.
Just out of interest, what's the 0 to 60 time on a 1.4 Bravo?
This one is like infinite because it doesn't run.
It's 0, isn't it?
13.8.
Oh my god.
No,
But if it doesn't
Top speed
work, it is
there,
essentially 0.
oh yeah. I mean, it apparently has a top speed of 106 miles an hour, which I'm pretty sure that wing probably saps about 70 of once you actually get started.
I mean, what's that doing? Tommy, just for the uninitiated amongst us in regards to aerodynamics, what that wing is supposed to do is take air that's passing over the car and push it down. So it pushes the car to the floor to give you more grip, so you can go around corners faster, etc., etc. Stop it from flying off when you go too fast. But that generally helps when you've got a rear-wheel drive car. Fiat Bravo, of course, being a front-wheel drive car, all that does is just pushes the rear end back down, so it makes it go slower.
Right, okay. I was going to be sassy and say thank you for mansplaining that, but I only caught about half the information you just said. So I'm only going to be half sassy to you.
Can someone show me the wing?
Sorry, George?
Can someone scroll up and show me the wing? I'm now back in the game.
Oh, he's back.
It's a rear boot spoiler with an additional spoiler, so it's a spoiler.
Yo, dog. I know you like spoilers, so I put a spoiler on your spoiler.
I got you too.
Yeah. Now, having actually done an entire module in my engineering degree about vehicle aero, which obviously makes me an expert, what you can do with like a little flick is what you really want is you want the air to stay attached to the car for as long as possible. That makes it all nice and smooth and slippery, like a fish through water. When it starts peeling off and swirling, he's not even got any mirror glass either. It just looks better by the moment. When it starts peeling off and swirling, that's where you start getting drag. So what you can do with a little flick above the rear window is you can move the big swirly bit back off the back of the car, which can reduce drag a little bit. It also keeps all the crud off your back window. What that thing will do on the back is mostly increase your fuel consumption.
Okay, I'm loving this car more and more for its purpose.
What's the, if I have 30 seconds, what's the criteria, Tommy, we're after?
So that's fine, George. We are after, basically, needs to be under £500. The least amount you spend, the better. It's going to be for a fall guy. So basically, we're going to make him a slow target so that the police catch them and we have a chance to get away scot-free. But it needs to kind of look plausible for this fall guy. So they need to look at it and go, okay, yeah. So for example, for this one, they go, okay, tinted windows, that's good. Spoiler, obviously fast. And then, and then they get caught and we get away and we have all the millions.
Okay, I think I found a car.
Right, let's do it.
Stage 1 complete.
This might be
Let's
familiar.
have at it. Right, okay. Wow, 165.
Right, so this may be familiar to some of you because I sent this in the chat. So, I've gone for a Vauxhall Vectra. However, because it's a full guy, it's a Vauxhall Vectra C. Now, this is the 2-litre turbo, so you can say, oh, it's 2-litre turbo. Excellent. Like, lots of power. Guys can be really excited. It's an SRI model.
These things came in turbo form?
Yeah.
If only SRI still meant what it used to.
No, yeah, I know.
Not just the most common trim package.
It's not a GSI either. If it was a GSI, then that'd be the nuts. But it's not. It's also red or orange. I'm not really entirely sure what color that is. So that's again, red ones go faster. So he's thinking, good, got some fancy rims on it. So he's going, okay, this is tricked out. We only have to spend £165 on it, which is probably less than the actual annual tax for the car is. Yeah, it's only got 180 brake horsepower. So if they can
Carb
catch it,
engine.
they're going to be able to catch it.
Back on the stars again.
Yeah. It's terrible.
What's the 0 to 60 speed, Duncan?
9.1 seconds, but within about 5 seconds of actually driving the car, the guy's going to just lob himself out the window because Vectra Cs are so awful. So yeah, you just don't. He's going to lob himself out the window while we're driving away in our Saab, which is basically a Vectra B, and he'll shake his fist at us as we make our escape.
So, just in a very brief sentence, Duncan, why are Vauxhall Vectra Cs bad?
So, Vauxhall created the Vectra B, which is the best car ever built, and then they made another one, and it's the opposite.
Okay, is it just bad because it's a letdown after something so good like Terminator 3, is it?
Yeah, it's a bit like the difficult second album coupled with a lack of care and attention paid.
Okay, right. Well, I like it. I like that you're reasoning that red equals fast. That is indeed what a dummy would think. I think it looks good. It's very cheap, which obviously gives you an advantage. George, have you found your car yet?
I have.
Lovely. Let's have at it. Let me see the goods.
Right, shit. It's coming down the pipe. I'm going to stick with my film theme. I mean, has anyone else seen the film Baby Driver?
I saw the trailer for it.
Great film.
I thought about this.
There's some wonderful scenes where Baby Driver is escaping the police with his music plugged in this fantastic bright red Subaru Impreza through somewhere in America. This is also a Subaru Impreza. However, it's not red and it's not a saloon. But anyway, and nor is it a turbo. However,
so one question. It's not quite to do with your car. But in the film Baby Driver, in the trailer, it looked like he plugged in headphones while he was driving. Does he not have a radio in the car or a CD player?
He's got quite a bit of a wacky taste in music. He likes making his own mixtapes from everyday noises, including recording people when they aren't aware of it, which is probably illegal.
I mean, is it that he's ashamed
niche.
of his niche taste? Then is he like, I can't play this with the others in the car? It's like kind of listening to Aqua off your old MP3 player.
I cheerfully have Aqua coming from my car hi-fi.
In the UK, George, it's actually illegal to record someone without their consent. It's a one consent system. Don't ask me why I know that.
Well, I hope you're not recording this because I didn't give you my express consent at the beginning.
Don't have to.
I've not signed anything. Well, Craig's recording it, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's to blame.
That's true. Yeah.
So, George, why do you think this car looks good but is bad?
So the Subaru Impreza it's a classic getaway car in its own right. Nice, and you see here, nice big boot, subdivided for depending if you need to categorize your swag as you load it up. You've got dogs.
Multiple gimp.
Here we go. And the other so all Subarus, it seems to be innate. The people who buy them like to fit an exhaust the size of a drain pipe. It just seems to be part of the culture of owning one. From the back, you can't tell the difference between the fast one and the slow one because everyone puts these drain pipe exhausts on. So this thing looks like it is the full, well, from the back it does anyway, the full turbocharged, very, very fast, probably pretty decent getaway car. But this is absolutely the arthritic sheep in wolf's clothing. It has maybe 120 horsepower. Maybe.
Okay. 0 to 60 speed?
My internet is so slow, I would tell you, but it's not going to be the right side of 10 seconds.
Right, I'm thinking. Let me have a think for a moment, and I will tell you exactly what it is.
Don't let Duncan play you, George. Come up with the answer first.
The naturally aspirated Subaru Impreza is beloved of farmers the world over. You can put 3 sheep in it and your family, and it will just go forever. It's 4-wheel drive. It goes anywhere. Or in this case, fast is not the word to describe it.
It is 123 brake horsepower with a 0 to 60 time of 10.2 seconds, I want to say.
Okay,
It
that
wasn't bad for a complete guess.
Very accurate.
I like that you
This
can
one's lived
fit
by the
3 sheep in there. You can get a lot of gold and a lot of sheep.
Look, this one's even got the partitions. You get one on the left, one on the right.
Hmm.
Looks
Okay.
like he has as well.
Right, George, we are short on time, and the fall guy is on his way over. He's going to knock on the door any second now. Give me a very quick sentence to say, like, anything you want to say to really sell this one to me.
I think it's fast until he gets in it, and by that point, it's too late.
Good, good. Okay, so I'm looking at all of your options. So I am considering the Subaru because it is roomy. So you would look and go, oh, okay, that'd be a good getaway car. And then it would, I like your description of an arthritic sheep in wolf's clothing. But really, sorry to say, George, I am torn between Duncan and John. Duncan's car looks very plausible. It's red, so it's fast, but it's not very fast. But John's car doesn't actually work. So I love the plan of parking it in front of the bank and then just really fooling the socks off our fall guy. So John, you have this one. You get 125.7 points.
Nice. First
Well
win.
done. Well done, John. That was good. He was
Well
quickest
done.
first. It was quickest there. I think we all saw it. We all saw the car. We just weren't the quickest to get to it.
That's it. That's why you got to be quick in this heist society. Sorry, bad pun. So the final round is the eBay Spectaculaire. So what did I do for this? Best eBay item to help me do a basic heist. I don't know why I wrote basic heist down. So please go on eBay and find me an accessory or an item to aid me in terms of heisting. You could go for something stealthy. I don't want any weapons, if that's okay, unless it's something hilarious, because I kind of want to do this like, you know, cool and slick style. So I don't want any toy guns or anything. I just want something that would really help me to rob this bank and drive off with all the gold. So you have 5 minutes. Please find me something to help me with just that. So does anyone have a brainwave in terms of what they want to do? Are we all going to go stealthy?
Really
I know that I want to go private
think-
browsing for this particular one.
Yeah, that's true. Incognito mode.
Yeah.
I feel I might regret the choices I've already clicked on.
I mean, what did you type
I
in
think
exactly, John?
well, I came up straight
The
away.
police are going to be on their way over.
I'll show you. Let me adorn you with this.
Did you type, what can I buy to help me rob a bank or casino?
Well, you don't want to get recognised by facial recognition, and we all want to get rid of, well, to my knowledge, a lot of person.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's my
Donald
budget.
Trump rubber face mask.
Let's have a look. Oh, wow. That is quite terrifying as well. I imagine when you, like, say if this is a bank heist. I haven't decided whether it's a bank or a casino heist yet, but if it was a bank heist, that would terrify some people.
He's probably not allowed in either of them either, either a bank or a casino, but...
Or if we were, like, stealing the Bill of Rights or something, then you could definitely put that on as a disguise, and just let you walk right up to it.
Nick Cage
Like-
style. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Cage had a good mask.
I also like it's
but
kind
yeah.
of Mission Impossible as well. Like you could take off a mask.
Well, think about if it was Nick. Oh no, it's not Nick Cage. No, it is Nick Cage because he could do the whole. I want to take my face off.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I think you
Look at
chose
this one.
the one on the bottom right is so terrifying. That's definitely gone wrong somewhere. That's a defect product. You should have chosen that one, John. It looks like someone's melted
That one didn't
it.
go. Oh Jesus! That looks like something terrifying out of Doctor Who.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's
There you go.
a strong choice. I love it. It protects your identity. It terrifies people, but it does gain you access to certain buildings of importance in America. So I love it. It's good. It's a good strong choice. So who
Follow that,
else?
suckers.
Yeah,
Found mine.
I'm just going to write down John Mask. So Duncan or George, who would like to go next?
I've got it.
I can't. Seeing as we haven't spent any money on the cars,
Oh,
so
George.
what's our budget for helping?
As much as
Smooth.
I'll tell you what, George. If it's worth it, I will give you every penny it costs.
You won't have to worry about that with mine, Tommy. I can just tell you right now. So I don't know if you've seen this yet.
Okay, Slender Man
Well,
suit.
you said you
I
wanted
mean-
to look cool and suave, so I thought, what better than a business suit? But of course, if you wear a business suit, people are going to recognize you because you're going to have your face uncovered. So I thought, what's one better than a business suit? A morph business suit, so you can cover your face.
For that businessman with no head walks in.
Exactly. Hello, I would like to make a withdrawal. All of your money. You'd be like, that
Arguably,
businessman was
you
no
would be-
polite.
You'd be more recognizable. You know, like, oh yeah, there was something really weird about this guy. I mean, he spoke with a funny accent. He had a limp. Oh, and he also had no face.
We could just draw one on with like permanent marker or something.
Yeah, just a
He
smiley
had that
face.
banana
That'd
down
work.
his trousers.
Yeah.
There you go. If you just stuffed a banana down there, they'd be so busy looking they wouldn't spot your face.
That's
that could be
true.
genius.
I mean, I do that every day of my life, George, and no one's commented on it yet.
You need a bigger banana.
There's a gherkin.
Got a whole bunch down there.
It's a Cornichon.
If you're all attention, just don't put it down there. Put it up top. Right. Sticking out your arm.
Tape it to your forehead.
So I like this. It is suave, it is cool,
Classy.
and it protects my identity.
Mm.
It's also kind of terrifying, as Slender Man is, if anyone's familiar with the movie or video game. So yeah, I think it's a strong choice. I quite like that it's very tight fitting. I do go for slim fit outfits when possible, and this is the slimmest fit I've ever seen. So yeah, that's a good one. It's very cool. It's very stylish. George, have you selected your one yet?
I have. I've gone down a
Okay.
slightly different track than the other two.
All right.
Oh no.
It'll scream. Come on.
He's telling me this is going to be some sort of mega industrial laser.
An
No, I
evil
went-
laser?
So I was thinking the next best. How the eBay appears a bit short on mega industrial evil lasers, preferably shark mounted.
It's disappointing.
So I thought I'd go for the next best thing.
Oh, Millennium Dome.
And what I'd like to present to you is an antique JCB 3CX.
Okay, please explain your
that.
methodology for choosing this.
I mean,
Please,
obviously it's yellow. So we've already established we've got the full guy who we don't really expect to get anywhere. So we don't really care about him. Now what we haven't discussed yet is how we get into where the goodies are. Now I'm assuming we don't have a key. So what's occurred to me is you need a universal key. And I figured the JCB 3CX is a wonderful universal key. This one, Tommy, is on the wheels. As you can see, the back tyres are very nearly racing slicks. That means it's faster.
Mhm.
So it can get
How
there
many
quicker.
litres?
Yeah, I like it.
Ooh.
It's It's bold. It is a very bold move. It's loud grab and go.
If I might just interject, like this has provenance because the people who try to steal the diamond from a Millennium Dome use a JCB to break through the Millennium Dome.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That's an excellent video.
Hardened concrete steel building.
There's some excellent video footage of the police because the police were lying in wait, ready for them, and there's some excellent footage of the JCB just driving up to Millennium Dome and just smashing through the wall. It's amazing.
Can I ask then, George, if you think this is worth every penny, then answer me this: did the people who robbed the Millennium Dome get away with it?
The wrong JCB. This one's got slick tyres and would have been faster.
Good answer. You're right. That makes
It is a manual.
sense.
Of course, it's a manual.
You get automatic JCBs?
No, not if you're a man.
Think how many precious jewels you could scoop up in the back bucket.
Yeah.
How many litres though? I don't know. It's 0 to 60?
0 to 60, I think what would that be? That'd be 23 years and counting.
The way I see this working is that you would smash into it with the JCB and then you would get in your getaway car and drive off. So you'd park it nearby, go away, get the JCB, smash into it. The fool guy would go into the which car did we say? The Fiat Bravo, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we would get away in our car. I forget what I chose actually. Was it Saab?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Saab.
The Saab was a hatchback. You can just pop the boot and drop the stuff straight in from the JCB bucket. Perfect.
Ah, yeah, that's
slick as you like.
Actually.
Also, if you've ever been to Diggerland, these are if you sit in the back bucket and get swung around, it's immense fun.
Okay. So it'll be dual purpose. We can have a bit of fun and a bit of relaxed time before we go do our heist. Okay, I do like it. It's a bit pricey, but it is fun. I'll definitely give you that. I would say I like, out of the JCB, the Slenderman suit and the Donald Trump mask. I think that's still a bit too pricey because I wanted a more slick heist. So I think smashing the bank with a JCB wouldn't be so Ocean's 11 as it would be Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. So I'm going to choose the Slenderman suit, which is Duncan's choice, because it's stylish, it covers my identity, and it just looks really slick. So well done, Duncan. You get 1 point.
2 wins. I'm delighted.
Excellent. Well, that was tons of fun. Please, everyone, join us next time when we will be doing another task on this show that we call Autograzers.